I should say, forgive me. Good morning, everyone. My name is Vikas Pota. I'm the founder and CEO of T4 Education. I'm really excited to be here today with you on what is, I think, a very momentous day and a really important day in the milestone of our journeys. As a proud African myself, I was born in Kenya. It gives me great honor to bring to you this special edition of T4 TV. And I'd like to invite my friend Mayank Dingra of HP on with me. Mayank, welcome to this live stream.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vikas. Such a pleasure to be here today on this monumental day.
And so, Mayank, the topic matter today is, the Africa Educational Medal. And, what we envisaged when we created this medal was that we would use it as a mechanism to actually populate the narrative as to the incredible things that are happening in education. But tell us from your perspective as to what you think the benefits or the rationale behind the African Educational Medal are as our founding partner.
Vikas, I think in the last couple of years, especially because of COVID and the impact it's had, the whole education sector has been going through this whole Schumpeter's gale, as we call it, right? There's so much creative destruction happening and the structure is imploding on itself. But out of that is coming out so much innovation and so much good work. And for us, this was a chance to showcase and spotlight Africa in this scenario and say, what's really happening in Africa? Who are the change makers in Africa? Who are inspirational, torch bearers who somebody else would like to follow? So for us, it's a chance to, one, highlight the innovations that are happening or, the real changes that are happening. And two, to be able to spotlight the individuals who are making that happen. And through them, create a ripple effect of inspiration, of celebration, of taking forward the torch by others. And, it also sort of dovetails into our own pledge, which is to improve learning outcomes for 100 million people by 2025, and also accelerate digital equity for 150 million people by 2030. So that's really the reason I think we partnered with you on this.
And you're right to say these very audacious goals that you have only happen through people. As much as you're a technology company, you also recognize that human capital is probably the most important thing that we have at our use in terms of improving these learning outcomes. So many congratulations to you and your colleagues at HP, as well as our strategic partner, Intel. Now, what I really find fun about these live streams is just to get comments from those that are watching on our social media platforms and just to get a feel as to where people are tuning in from. And so here is Nilufer from Bangladesh. Nowhere near Africa, but very interested in the topic. So thank you so much for logging on. I don't speak Arabic, so I can't read this. Maybe you can, but this is an educator, obviously, I think from the Middle East, where also you are based. And now when we talk about Africa, Nigeria, obviously the number one country in on the continent in terms of population, as well as just the strategic importance when it comes to the Sustainable Development Goals. My friend Asha from Dubai is watching, and Asha, we should also congratulate you on being one of the world's best schools for environmental action, and so congratulations to you. We have from Pakistan, great mix. Now here we have the next person we have is from Africa, is a proud Tanzanian, Akil Dalla. Akil actually put up a note on my LinkedIn profile yesterday saying that his place of serenity is Zanzibar, and I like the photo. Thank you so much. The Jody Foundation from Kenya are logged in, and welcome to you. And we have some incredible other people as well. We have this lady called Basuti Bolo from Botswana. Welcome. A counselor from the UK. A new father, I'm proud to say, Salman, a colleague of mine. He's back just today from paternity leave. And so we're really proud to see all these people here. Espanol Frildoa from saying good luck, from Argentina, Mank, all the way. So you've spanned all the way from Bangladesh to Argentina this morning.
Absolutely, all emerging markets and all equally important for the education sector and for HP.
And here's one of our judges, and if only it said your name, but we can see it's Vangai from Zimbabwe. Hi, Vangai. Lovely to see you. The Chief Network Officer for Teach for All. Great to see you here. Afandi from Kenya, hello, Jumbo, as they say. Now check this out. Shamal from Iraq. Abhilasha from Himachal Pradesh in India, which is quite amazing. And again, a prolific school principal from the UAE, and also a finalist in the World's Best School Prizes. And then we go on like that, and here we have another great prolific leader, Filawe Omikunle. And we have Alison Bellwood, a friend of mine from the UK, the world's largest lesson. Welcome, Alison. We have this lady from Nigeria. Fantastic to see you here, and on it goes. I want to say thank you to all of you for actually participating. And so, like this statement says, if you want to find out more information on the Africa Edu Medal, please go to our dedicated website. There's more information there. And again, I want to say hi to Dr. Reem from Saudi. Hi. And Frank Molloy, I believe you're from Kenya. And then obviously Anjem from Safta from Abu Dhabi. So it's a great set of people, right? That are joining it from all over the world, which is always what really excites me about this platform, and to see the engagement that we get. I want to say thank you to all of you for logging in and participating. And I know that this live stream will be seen for quite some time by quite a few people. So I'm pretty enthused to share with you, with Mayank, actually, this platform. Now, Mayank, it's that time of day. We don't want to prolong it too much. We should actually unveil and reveal the top 10 finalists of the Africa Education Medal. And to do so, what our plan is, just to make sure that everyone manages their expectations, is that we have a short video we want to show you of the 10, and then we will talk through each and every single one of these candidates after that. And so, without further ado, I'm proud to unveil today, the finalists of the Africa Education Medal, and what we will do now is show you our short video that encapsulates who they are. Give us 1 second, and we will have it on screen. Here you go. So I'm really excited to have presented to you and unveiled the top 10 finalists of the Africa Educational. Please accept our congratulations for this great achievement. And we look upon you as to be the torchbearers of education in Africa. We looked at these awards and this medal as a way of showcasing your leadership, your impact, your advocacy. And in these 10 finalists, we see so much of this. I start off at first by talking about former President Kikwete of Tanzania, who in his time as president of his country brought in bold reforms. But more importantly, after his presidency, what he has done is join the board of the Global Partnership for Education as the chair. And the Global Partnership for Education is the main conduit, the main fund that looks at funding education in low and middle income countries around the world. And there's a role that I think is so important, especially given the pandemic and its ravaging effects and the learning losses that have occurred. And what President Kikwete brings to this is his wisdom, his experience as being a head of government, and the consummate diplomat and politician in making sure that we convince governments around the world to fund education in the most marginalized countries in the world. And so we congratulate him for being a finalist in this particular endeavor. So thank you so much. Mike, please introduce our next finalist.
So I'm really excited to announce Musu Bakoto Sawo as our second finalist. She's the national coordinator of Think Young Women, a female led nonprofit organization that aims to inspire and empower young women in Gambia. And the Gambia is very close to my heart right now because we're running HP Idea there, we're running HP Literacy Attainment Coach there, and they've been running so well in particular. Musu, as a former child bride and a survivor of female genital mutilation, has vowed to end the cycle of these harmful traditional practices in her generation. And despite her family marrying her off at the age of 14, and she rebelled and she insisted on being allowed to complete her education, and she actually finished her education from the University of Gambia in law, and that's where she lectures right now. In fact, when her husband died, unfortunately, when she was 21, she inherited nothing, but her education made sure that she was able to thrive, and she wants the same for all the girls in Gambia.
Many congratulations to you, Musu. What you stand for, what you represent, and your fight for human rights is what we celebrate here. The next, the next finalist that we have is Professor Mamoketi Fakeng from the Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Town in South Africa. Now, Professor Fakeng is amongst the world's leading scholars in mathematics education, but she's grown up in rural and township South Africa during apartheid. She became the first Black female South African to receive a PhD in mathematics education in 2002. And from all intents and purposes, she's determined not to be the last. In the last 2 decades, she has published more than 80 research papers, 5 edited volumes that continue to shape maths in classrooms across Africa and far beyond. Her research focuses on language practices in multilingual mathematics classrooms and has proved influential in post-colonial Africa and post-apartheid South Africa in particular. This year, she became the first African to be elected chair of the International Alliance of Research Universities, succeeding Professor Stephen Tooke, Vice Chancellor of the University of Cambridge. Ketty, many congratulations for your achievement. Please know that we are in awe of your achievements. Mayank.
I'm getting goosebumps reading these names and seeing their achievements, right? I don't know about you, Vikas. The fourth finalist is Basuti Bolo, who's the founder and CEO of Go to Space in Botswana. I mean, such a fantastic thing, right? The CEO of Go to Space in our country. And her ambition is to empower women and girls reach far beyond Africa and to the stars themselves. Her initiative educates and mentors 10,000 girls a year on space and STEM at the national and international levels, helping harness science and the space science and the pursuit of sustainable development. She and her organization are playing a big role in promoting gender equality and closing the gender gap in STEM. So many congratulations, Basuti.
Fantastic, especially when we see so many reports about girls in particular being so marginalized, especially in Africa. I remember a report by the UN a few years ago saying that, it's something as ridiculous as 2078 by the time all girls are in school. I think this is a travesty and it's a major human rights issue that we have to focus on. And for education equity, I can't think of someone more important to actually celebrate than Professor Bolo. Thank you so much, Professor, for what you do. Our next finalist is someone I've known for some years, actually, and her name is Noella Kosaris Musunka. Noella is the founder and CEO of the George Malaika Foundation, a grassroots nonprofit that empowers girls and their communities in the Democratic Republic of Congo through a school, a community center, technical classes, wells, and an agricultural program, all working together as an ecosystem impacting thousands of lives. As a model for leading fashion campaigns across the globe, Noella is a voice for the power of girls' education worldwide. She was named as one of the BBC's 100 most influential and inspirational women of the year in 2017. She was also recognized at the 100 Years of Mandela celebration, and she was honored as a daughter of greatness from the Muhammad Ali Center. Noella, please know that I remain in awe of you and congratulate you for the model you have created in your organization and the ecosystem you're developing to promote girls. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Mayank.
And our fifth one is Cyril Nkonchu. He is the founder and chairman of Enco Education, which is a fast-growing network of African international schools that provides affordable quality education to African students and opens up access to the world's best universities. Its alumni study in more than 200 universities across the world. He was nominated in 2006 as Young Global Leader by the World Economic Forum. Born in Cameroon, he lives in Ivory Coast. Many congratulations, Cyril.
Fantastic, Cyril. Our next finalist is someone that our platform will, I'm sure, be fully behind, simply because he's a teacher. Please congratulate Felix Malombe from Kenya for becoming a finalist of the Africa Educational Medal. Felix is the executive director of STEAM Labs Africa in Kenya, which trains students and educators on STEM education, the Sustainable Development Goals, environmental sustainability, and ICT integration in education. He's a teacher, a serving teacher at a school in Kenya, at Crawford International School, and he's led his school to win an award for the best STEM school in Kenya and become a Microsoft Showcase School in Africa. Felix Malombe is also a Microsoft Innovative Education educator expert, trainer, and fellow who has trained over 4,000 teachers since 2018. He's a founding member of the Google Educator Group also. Welcome and many congratulations, Felix, to being a finalist for the Africa Education Medal.
Vikas, our next finalist is John Mugo, who's the Chief Executive of Zizi Africa Foundation in Kenya, once again in Kenya, a not-for-profit committed to improving learning outcomes for the children and young people who are furthest away from, and in terms of nurturing skills for learning, living, and working. His organization has grown rapidly to help improve the learning outcomes of more than 30,000 children and providing skills training and opportunities to more than 1,000 young people facing extreme adversities. Mugo is an education reform advisor to the Kenya Institute of Special Education, Ministry of Education, and other institutions. So many congratulations to you, John. Fantastic.
As a fellow Kenyan, many congratulations to Felix and John, of course, and there's no favoritism whatsoever, but I am very proud of your work. So thank you so much for everything that you do. Our next finalist is Falawe Omikunle. Falawe is the Chief Executive Officer of Teach for Nigeria, whose inspirational work has revolutionized the education nonprofit sector in Nigeria. Her organization works to tackle education inequities by recruiting Nigeria's brightest and most outstanding future leaders from a range of disciplines to teach in Nigeria's most underserved schools in low-income communities through a highly selective 2-year fellowship. Falawe, many congratulations for what you do. I know that in our organization, we employ 2 alums of Teach for Nigeria, and so I owe you a huge thank you myself from a very selfish perspective, but what you do is incredible in transforming education in classrooms all over Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Couldn't agree more with you, Vikas. And our final contender is Jide Martin. Jide is the founder and CEO of Comic Republic in Nigeria, Africa's largest publisher of independent comic books and the continent's first digital comic book company. He's an illustrator, designer, producer, and entrepreneur with a passion for shaping Africa's narrative through art. He utilizes the power of comics to tell compelling African stories to Africans and to the rest of the world. What a fantastic story. Many, many congratulations, Jide.
And so we have a bunch of comments coming in on our platform. Here's Alison saying, congratulations to Felix Malombe. I mean, Alison, come on. Is there any favoritism here? All of the 10 deserve a big shout out. Yes, because he's in service of teachers, he holds a special place in our hearts. And so that's fantastic. We don't know who you are, but what a brilliant, diverse list of finalists. I couldn't agree with you more. Basuti, thank you and many congratulations to you. Mayank, he said he had goosebumps when he was reading your profile. Asha, woohoo, Felix, go Felix. And as we go on, I'm seeing over here Verna Lal Bihari from the EdTech Hub. Wow, and as a proud South African, so thank you for representing South Africa. Khaled is saying thank you so much for all your support. Now let's see what Rosa Lucas, Franklin Ramsey is saying. Fantastic achievements, and hope these finalists will be able to use their knowledge and understanding to integrate the thousands of private orphanages trying to keep children safe and continue their education. Well, thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, it's a very important part of what happens. Abhilasha says, great to see you attending the announcement, Anjum. Asha says, well done, Musu. Musu, I got goose pimples, like, goosebumps when reading your profile and getting to know your work. So many congratulations to all of you. Now, Mayank, what happens next in the life of the Africa Education Medal?
I think this is our most exciting phase and the most difficult phase. Uh, uh, a boutique list of jury members who are all leaders in the education space in their own right. Some of them are former statespeople, are going to now have the very, very difficult task of finalizing the winner. You and I are part of that, Vikas, so our job is not easy now. And in the next 2 months, as we lead up to that, we hope to really dive deep into their stories, inspire others, and finally showcase one as the eventual winner.
So before we end, I should also say my thanks to HP as our founding partner and Intel as our strategic partner for facilitating and making this happen. Please know that you have our eternal thanks. And actually, what the alignment actually is more than just about commercial interests, because we believe there's an alignment in values and an alignment in mission, as Mayank talked about in terms of HP's case in particular. So Mayank, thank you so much for supporting this. Very grateful to you. Now, without further ado, the next date that we should all be looking for is the end of September. There is no prescribed date as such, but end of September is when we're aiming to have the announcement of the winner of the inaugural Africa Education Medal. As Mayank said, there's a very, very diverse but very senior jury of experts who will weigh in and cast a vote. They include statespeople, they include educators, they include policy people, includes a teacher. And so when we think about the deliberation that's going on, it's not something that's going to be easy. I know that. But once again, friends, thank you for joining this live stream. We were keen to do this live stream so that we create some buzz and we promote the shortlist. Please join us in sharing all of our posts regarding the medal. And I leave you once again with the video that we've created for the top 10 finalists. On that note, Meg, once again, thank you. Do you have any parting words for everyone?
No, Vikas, I think it's just been a phenomenal day. I was looking forward to this day for the last few months, and I'm just so happy that we have such a fantastic lineup of winners and shortlists. So I'm really excited about the next 2 months.
On that note, please enjoy this video summarizing again our top 10 finalists for the Africa Education Medal. Many congratulations to each and every single one of you. Thank you for participating, and we look forward to sharing more information in due course. Thank you and goodbye.